this is Miss Andrea. If you have missed me, you look back at my last video and see that I've been dealing with location issues from our homeschool program. So I have been spending all my time, or a lot of my time, looking for a permanent location for my homeschool program. Hence, I have been busy. Also, the last 2 weeks, we have been working on Science Bowl with our students. We had our high school science bowl last Saturday and our middle school science bowl yesterday. Our middle school science bowl team is very promising. I think they may very well place next year and give the public school students a run for their money. So there's that. What would I like to talk about today? There's so many things to talk about. But I think what's more foremost on my mind right now are banned books. There have been a lot of people, organizations, parents groups, school boards, state legislators, and etc. calling to ban books. Um, and we've gone through this over the years. I mean, it's literally what the book Fahrenheit 454, 254 Fahrenheit, I'll put the title, is about. um, it's about a society where people aren't allowed to think deep thoughts. And so a lot of books have been banned. I think all books have been banned. And similarly, in 1984, people are just instructed to watch TV. These are the programs you watch. You do your exercises when you're supposed to do your exercises. You don't talk to these people. You talk to these people. It's scary to me. It's scary to me. And I think what's even scarier are the books that are being banned. A book called Maus, Maus, which has taught many young Jewish children about the Holocaust, has been banned for nudity of an animated mouse. And there's nothing like sexual about the nudity. It was very much simulating what happened in the Holocaust. People were stripped of their clothes and their humanity. So that's been banned. Someone wanted to ban Michelle Obama's book because it might make white girls feel bad about themselves. Look, I love all the people, but I don't understand how me telling my story, no matter what is involved in my story, making someone else feel bad about themselves in particular. I think we each need to have the right to write our story, and if it is interesting enough, then it should go on a bookshelf somewhere. Now, should those books be required reading in a classroom? Depends on the book. Should those books be on the bookshelf in your kid's school library? Most of them. Also depends on the book. But we as parents, in the face of banned books, need to buy every book that has been banned and read it ourselves. And if in that case we don't like the book for whatever age, or we don't like the book yet, we can put a sticky on the front of that book and say, this kid can read this book when they are in the fifth grade or the eighth grade or the 11th grade. And I absolutely did that. I had my kids read Roots, ninth grade, for girls who want to commit suicide and who considered committing suicide when the rainbow was enough. And Maya Angelou's Why the Cage Bird Sings. I had my daughter read those in the 11th and 12th grade. Books are hard. Books are real. Books can be raw. But how do we learn if we don't? If you can experience someone else's journey through their lens, um, and maybe take some warnings and some lessons out of that, or you can just bump your butt on the ground yourself and re-experience things that other people have experienced that just wasn't necessary for you to have to experience. Did that make sense? That was a lot, but I think you get my message. So for me, for someone who teaches history to homeschooled students, um, it worries me because my parents haven't said anything yet. But this year I'm teaching like the medieval time period, and next year I teach post classical Renaissance. And so there's really not a lot going on race wise, except that toward the end of this time period, we're beginning to explore, and like we deal with racism in and out of all cultures, and so no parents have been bothered by that yet. But when it starts getting real, I'm a little unnerved that in 2 years, when I get to modern time period, parents are going to start calling me saying, leave this out. And so, what's the point of history? Um, today, this month, current month, is Black History Month. And every day so far, with the exception of today, I've posted a post of something happening right now. Specific books being banned, HBCUs with bomb threats, things of that nature. Um, this continues when we don't look at the past, when we don't empathize, when we don't see things through other people's eyes. The bad stuff just gets worse. And so, what I think should happen is, parents, you go buy those books, you read those books, you mark those books of when you think it is appropriate for your child to read those books. And as homeschool groups get together other kids in that age range and ability and mental, emotional maturity, and form homeschool book clubs. There should be banned books book clubs. Let me say that again. There should be banned books book clubs. Um, Book clubs for banned books. Um, because we're homeschoolers and we don't do what the populace does. We do what we want. Yeah? And so, if you think that this banned book is important, I promise you, there are going to be a dozen other parents who also think that this banned book is important. And you and them and that group can get together and do book readings and discussions. Um, and I'd say how does this work into my homeschooling? Every book is worth a quarter of a credit. Every book reading and discussion, because in public school and literature, we tend to go through 4 novels in a year. So read the book, discuss the book, have your child write an essay on the book. You do that 4 times in 1 year, and you've got a literature class anyway. And you can literally call it banned books. Literature, and it counts. It counts toward college. So that's my thoughts on that. Don't kill the messenger. Many of you know, and I'll try to remember to put the link. If I forget, remind me, of the homeschool curriculum that my partner and I are currently writing. I am Black, my partner is white. We write together. We cover all history in the order that it happened, and in context. And we hope that that will pacify people who are concerned about either too much emphasis on Black racial history and or not enough emphasis on Black history. If we can cover history in order that it happened, in the context so people can see cause and effect throughout the centuries, we think that we will have something that should make everyone content. The first book we plan to have out before next fall, early August. And we're going to start a Kickstarter on that. If you're interested in going on the mailing list, I will try to remember to put the link to my mailing list thingy, so you can get on that mailing list and I can contact you. But I'm really excited. There'll be 4 years of world history: ancient, medieval, Renaissance, modern. Um, and then there'll be an American history book. Eventually, there will be a government and economics book, um, and that'll be it. No, that's not true. And then I'll go to work on elementary because what I'm writing now will be for middle schoolers and high schoolers. Yeah, I'm really excited about the curriculum. I'm really excited about banned books. Um, as individuals, though, I feel like school's going to do what they're going to do, and it's going to ebb and flow with the way society is going. But as parents, we have rights to do those things. Now, I tried to order Mouse and I could not get it, but I have a friend who's going to loan it to me so that I can read it, and then talk to my parents and say, this is a really good book and this is why. Because in 2 years, um, I'm going to want to use it in class. So good luck to me, right? So until next time.